So sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I went downstairs to get a I went downstairs to get some water, and out of nowhere I look behind me, and guess who's pissing inside the kitchen? Oh yeah. It was Church. It was my cat, so I had to take it. I had to get the squirt bottle. No. What are you doing? This is where we eat. We cook food here. Get out. He was pissing on the floor. Oh my god, I had to deal with that. Then I had to clean it up, of course. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be late. Yeah, a little bit of a naughty cat. Oh, thank you so much for the 99 cents, Jimmy. I appreciate it. How's everybody doing? Dragon Noon, how Cheyenne's in the house. How you doing? Everybody's hopping on in. Hey, I love to see it. Already 7 likes. Wow, and I just made it here. Look at that. Yeah, Church. Kayleen, thank you for hopping on. Big Dad Eye, hi, thank you so much for hopping on in, guys. Thank you for making it. We're going to be chatting about whatever you guys want. That's what Friday Nights are about, just chatting it up with the community. So if you're not subscribed, by the way, I made it to where you have to subscribe to be a part of these live streams. I think it's kind of fair. Dadan, how are you doing? Just got back from my state FFA convention today. I only have one been sad, but I've never been this bored on my PC. Oh, wow. Wow, well, welcome to Friday Fright Night. I'm glad you could at least make it. Sammy, how are you doing? Thank you guys for making it. If we have anything you want to talk about today, it doesn't matter what it is, we can talk about it. Paranormal, maybe you had something paranormal happen to you this week, maybe you watched a horror movie this week and you really want to talk about it. Obviously, no spoilers in case anybody here hasn't seen the movie. Well, we can chat about anything you guys want. I had to go get water, though, man. My throat is killing me. And the reason why it's killing me is because last night, if a lot of you guys aren't subscribed to my second channel, by the way, I really highly recommend you subscribe to the second channel. It's a me, Jordan, because me and Brandon went live for 8 hours in total last night. So we were up from, like, I think we started the live stream around, I don't know, probably 11, 12 at night, and we didn't get off till about 6 in the morning. And there's a live stream for Friday the 13th, the game, and Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. So if you really want to go watch those, be my guest, go over there and watch them. It was a lot of fun filming. So yeah, that's what we did last night. We were on a lot longer than I thought. We weren't planning on staying on all night, but because I was actually planning on doing a movie reaction for Renfield last night, and it just kind of happened. I still can't get over what happened with the submarine. I know, yeah, it's really heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. I agree. I didn't get to make it to your live yesterday because it was late. Understandable. A lot of people didn't, which is fine. But it's also kind of to recapture those moments when you're like in high school and stuff and you stay up, pull up all-nighters with your friends and play some video games. That's kind of the concept. I dipped after Friday the 13th. The game COD is my favorite content to watch. Understandable. Understandable. We definitely weren't in the mood to play some Call of Duty, though. Like, it's just one of those, we do that typical fucking stereotypical guy thing, want to play some COD all night? Yeah, man. That's the stereotypical thing. We just did it. Do you by chance have Rec Room? I do not have Rec Room. I do not. Adam, how are you doing? Large Marge sent you? Hell yeah. Church just wants attention. Maybe. Maybe, but, there's other ways he gets attention. But then again, Church is a menace when it comes to wanting attention. You know what he does when he wants attention? If he's in this room and I'm not paying attention to him, I'm like sitting here editing or filming or something, he will start doing things that piss me off. He'll go over to that antique chair, start clawing into it, because he knows that pisses me off. He will walk over, and he will start rubbing his face all over the cords, like all over the computer cords and everything, so moving the mic, moving the camera and stuff, moving everything like that. He knows that aggravates me. He will jump on this desk and start rubbing himself all over the equipment. He will start constantly meowing. He will do that shit. Domino's or Pizza Hut? Domino's, by far. By far, Domino's. Pizza Hut isn't bad. It's, like, passable. It's one of those, like, it's pizza kind of things. Like, it's pizza. It'll work. But Domino's actually makes really fucking good pizza, and you feel satisfied afterwards. Pizza Hut, it's like, I always have to put sauce. I put hot sauce on my Pizza Hut because to me, the red sauce they use, the tomato sauce they use, isn't really that good. My cat just screams when she wants attention. Makes sense. Have a cat named Church, but it's a girl. Oh, well, that's still cool. Hell yeah. When I visit my family, my cat knows exactly where I'm at all times and demands attention. Hey, Shane, welcome. That submarine, the guy that was probably eaten by sharks, the guy that killed his 3 kids, this Midsummer. Yeah, Midsummer is horrible. Yeah, it really is. That didn't happen that far away from me, I don't think. The whole, where the dad shot his 3 young boys and tried to kill his wife and failed to kill his wife. Yeah, that was fucked up, and that was so heartbreaking to hear. A lot of heartbreaking things have happened this past week, and you know, that's just the world we live in. I hate saying it like that, but it's something that I've almost just, what's next? What's next at this rate? Like, is it gonna happen down my street? Is it gonna happen 5 minutes away from me? It's just one of those things. Most people I know don't like Domino's because it's greasy, but I really like it. It's sometimes greasy. I haven't really, I mean, the Domino's I've had hasn't been all too greasy. We have a place here in Leesburg, actually, and I'll give them a shout out because I really think they've earned it. It's called Saucy Sisters. If you ever in like the Highland County area over here in Ohio, definitely check them out. Sometimes their stuff is really like greasy, but when it's not greasy and it's like just fresh out of the oven, it is pretty damn top notch. So yeah, definitely highly recommend them if you are in this area. I like the New York style from Domino's. Yeah, that'd be something. I was really hoping we were going to find the sub with them alive, but I had a bad feeling about. I really started having a bad feeling about it too when we were about. I would say when the submarine was probably under 20 hours, I was really nervous because at that rate, even if they found them, and let's say that their submarine didn't implode, which unfortunately it did. So they didn't even make it to the Titanic before it just imploded. So they were long gone before we even thought, they were still down there. So when that was going on, and if I with my mindset thinking that they were still down there, I personally and I thought like, by the time 20 hours hit, they're probably on. It's getting pretty bad. Like I would assume it was getting pretty bad because you got to think, even if they found them, even if we miraculously found them, we would have to get them out of all of that water pressure without damaging the containment that they're in, or like it would be a very slow process to get them out. And they were running out of oxygen at that point. It was such a fucked up situation to be in. There were so many different problems that could have gone wrong, and it's crazy. Do you have any other animals except Church? We have several animals in the house. We have probably about 5 cats. Actually, Church is one of them. We got Church. We got Coda. Coda's the other gray cat we have. We have a cat named Leah. We have a cat named... I already forget some of the cats. River. We have River, which he's a pain in the ass. Coda. We have Nubby, which is a bigger cat. Yeah, we have several cats. We have a dog, German Shepherd named Callie, which you probably have heard her bark in the background several times. We lost our wiener dog probably about 5-6 months ago, unfortunately, to old age. Hey, the Horror Universe, how are you? I'm on a roll lately. Oh, are you on a roll lately? That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Thank you guys again for hopping on, and if you're hopping on into the live stream, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know that you're watching by leaving a comment in the chat. Get to know me if you're new around here. And by the way, we are less than 10 subscribers away from 18,000 subscribers. Less than 10 subscribers away from 18,000. Did you see the interview with James Cameron? I did not see the interview. No. Maybe I'll do a reaction to it. I don't know yet. One time I almost fell down a lot hole because it was kind of loose and fell down while I stepped on it. I grabbed the concrete before I fell, and my grandpa helped me up. I bruised my ankle. Damn, that sucks. I'm sure you must have meant pothole. James Cameron had some good input about the missing sub. Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll have to look into it. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Hey, Sebastian, how are you doing? Thank you guys again for hopping on in. I don't know if it was a bad thing or a good thing to change this. I think it was a good thing to change it to a subscriber-only live stream. In a sense, like the only way you can have a conversation with me on the chat is to be a subscriber to the channel. I feel like that is a fair kind of thing to do at this point, though. I mean, I've been doing live streams for probably about 2 to 3 years now, and I mean, if you're not subscribed to the channel, right, then come on, just hit the subscribe button. Especially if you're one of those people who constantly comes back around just to watch me and hear my opinion. Do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel. There's really, honestly, no reason why you probably, shouldn't at this point, especially if you keep coming back. The potholes and yeah. I know somebody actually who's my neighbor actually. She told me a story about how she went into a pothole and her ankle snapped. Yeah. He was on the Titanic expedition in the 80s and directed the movie, so obviously he did a lot of research on his stuff. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would assume he did a lot of research. I didn't know he actually went down to the Titanic itself. But I suppose he probably did. Well, I got to leave early, sadly, because I have to go do something. Oh, don't worry about it, Dragoon. Dragoon, I understand, man. Question is, Nightmare Alley worth watching? I haven't seen Nightmare Alley, so you probably not the best person to ask, but I'm sure someone here in the audience might have. I'm fine with subscriber only thing, but only if you can chat immediately. Some people make it so you have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes. You have to be a subscriber for a minute to chat. Well, the reason why I think some people do that is because after a while, if you've already been subscribed and you're waiting to leave a chat anyways, they'll probably think, well, since 5 minutes have passed, you might as well already just go ahead and just stay subscribed. Some people will subscribe just for a minute just to chat, then unsubscribe. Which I think that was kind of the gist of it, is just, the longer you're subscribed, you might as well stay, a subscriber at that point. But I've only made it to where it's like a minute. All you have to be is subscribed for a minute, and you can chat along with us. Hold on 1 second. I don't think a lot of people are hopping on in. First off, I don't think a lot of people were notified that I went live right now. Which, again, not a surprise. I'm kind of used to it at this rate. Let's go ahead and share the live stream. The only person who saw it on the chat thing is Jimmy. Alright, no problem. Alright, well, I can't share early anywhere else. Can't get it on my Discord at the moment, so... if anybody can get on my Discord, by the way, can you guys go ahead and share the live stream over there? I can't share it at the time. I can't access my Discord. Oh, thank you for the $10, Reams. You're a badass, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Me and a friend of mine, were helping his uncle do some indoor work at on a grocery store, and I backed off in a 4-foot deep hole and nearly broke my neck. I can laugh about it now. Yeah, now you can laugh about it. But yeah, back then it was probably like, oh my god. I'm sure you had like some, not PTSD is what I wanted to use, but like, some, you have to think about that stuff. You could, I don't know what it's called, and I'm sorry if I sound stupid, but there is a thing that you feel when you almost have like a near-death experience and you start thinking about that shit so often. Like, man, if I was just a little bit closer, I mean, that could have broke my neck. I'd have been done. Kaylin got a notification from YouTube. Hell yeah. Well, that's what you want to hear. Hopefully we get more of that. Unpopular opinion, but is it wrong of me to say I found James Cameron kind of overrated? No. No. I mean, I loved his earlier work, and I admire much he's explored the ocean depths. I never could. But, no notification. I just refreshed the page, and you were live. Oh, well, that's at least good. When he was filming The Abyss is when he started doing his deep-sea diving. He's gone to the Titanic 20-plus times. Damn. Damn. Okay, Jers. Okay, you got a notification. Good deal. Good deal. I'm glad a lot of you guys are getting notifications. But yeah, getting back to that. Yeah, I don't think that's like an over I don't think your opinion is unpopular. I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there who probably feel the same way, that James Cameron, he's had some good movies here and there, but I don't think he's like the best filmmaker of all time, and I'm certainly one of those people. I do not find James Cameron to be the best filmmaker of all time. I would put people like Steven Spielberg, I would put people like John Carpenter over James Cameron any day of the week, because I think they've had more hits. There's certain James Cameron movies that I'm just like, not really for me. Titanic was a great movie, but it's not one I can go back and rewatch all the time. It's a bit long. It's just not one of those ones I can go back and watch. And I'm not really huge into romance movies to begin with. It's a good drama piece too, but yeah, the movie was fine to me. It was fine at the end of the day. I didn't love it like a lot of people did. Avatar, I thought it was fine. It was a good movie. Wasn't nothing that I was mind blown about. I mean, the visual effects were mind blowing, but it was fine. Again, it was fine. I haven't seen the new Avatar. I heard people say if you didn't like the first Avatar, you might like the second one more. So I'm kind of curious. I did like the first Avatar though, so I might just like it just as much. Mike, how you doing? Totally freaked out. My friend and his uncle are dead now, and I really missed them both. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My apologies. YouTube just hates me. It hates a lot of people, trust me. So sorry. I'm so sorry that there is no YouTube love for you, Shine. YouTube, I mean, it doesn't love me either. So, it never notifies anybody. And if I sound a little bit out of it, guys, I did just go live for like 8 hours last night, so I'm a little bit out of it. Not meaning to. I forgot today was Friday, and I kind of fucked up. I have all notifications turned on. Yeah, even then, it's like it doesn't even help you. Oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed to my second channel, I highly recommend you subscribe to my second channel. It's birthdays today, actually. The channel's been around for, like, this is the anniversary of when I started that second channel. Everyone has their opinion. Stephen King still has his thoughts on Kubrick's The Shining. Yeah, see? And The Shining is, like, one of the most beloved Stephen King, like, book to film adaptations of all time. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to sub. Can't believe I haven't yet. Yeah, definitely subscribe to the first channel or the second channel. I think you're subscribed. Oh, you have to be subscribed to this channel to have a chat. So, yeah, well, I'm glad you're subscribed to this channel. But yeah, definitely subscribe to that second channel, guys. Our goal over there is 1,000 subscribers, so I can actually turn on the monetization for that channel, and I can start making ad revenue off the second channel as well, not just this one. So if we can actually get to 1,000 subscribers over there, that'd be fantastic. A Night to Remember I have never seen. Yeah, I'm going to have to subscribe. Everyone has their opinions. I have all notifications turned on. Personally, I can't put myself to watch Avatar. It never clicked with me. I kicked through it. Of course I did. I kicked through it when I was watching it at the time. I watched it back in like 2009, around the time it came out. And yeah, at the end of the day, I know my friends loved it a lot more, but I just thought it was okay. Have you seen The Boogeyman yet? I have not seen The Boogeyman. No, I do need to, though. My heart still breaks for the 19-year-old because I guess he was terrified of going down there, and he went for his dad for Father's Day. Yeah, that's pretty sad. It's pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty hard. No, the whole situation in and of itself, it's heartbreaking. It absolutely is. And of course, my heart and my prayers go out to the families involved. That I couldn't imagine what they're going through right now. I couldn't imagine it. It's a black and white version of Titanic. Used to creep me out back in the day. Ooh, interesting. I've seen Titanic 12 times in theaters. Oh my god. I mean, bravo. Bravo. There's a YouTuber I like called Mitsomnia. And if I misspelled it even a bit, it's going to correct it into insomnia. And show me results for that. YouTube needs to acknowledge small channels. I agree. There's a reason why they don't acknowledge small channels as much. And the reason why they don't acknowledge small channels, and one of the ways to actually help out with that, is to always hit that like button on videos. The more likes you get, the more comments you get, everything. If you guys like start showing because I know that there's a lot of people who jump on into these live streams who never hit the like button, and that's fine. I'm not going to force you guys to. But if you are somebody who actually does like my channel and actually wants to see it continue in a bright, like, positive way, definitely make sure you hit that thumbs up. If anything, hit that thumbs up. That YouTube will recommend smaller channels more often if they start getting the love that, from the community that they have. Especially to where we have like 17, almost 18,000 subscribers now, right? I mean, the like button should be getting clicked so much. You should be seeing like fucking maybe at least 100 likes on a video, right? And you'd see like 500 views, but only like 70 likes, right? And you just got to start hitting the like button. If you're one of those people who just doesn't, I understand forgetting sometimes, but hit the like button. If you acknowledge small channels, then they'll grow and make you money. I don't see how they miss this. Speaking of Night to Remember, Titanic 97 mass finale makes me think of the sinking of the Titanic, both in a situation and familiar song choice. I agree that Cameron isn't the best of all time, but Terminator 2 is without a doubt the best action 90s movie, hands down. I don't know, man. I got to think about that. I mean, opinions differ, but Judgment Day is a fantastic movie. That's really hard. I can't argue with that because, yeah, Judgment Day is like, it's up there. Scary Movies of T2 totally defines the 90s. It's pretty damn awesome. It's a pretty good movie. It's pretty fucking awesome. Honestly, that goes for me. I'm popular, but sometimes it doesn't seem to like it. I mean, 1,500 1,500 is a lot in my opinion. Yeah, it is. You're right. It absolutely is. Absolutely. No, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And someday, I have no doubt that those videos that I filmed, right? The reactions I filmed will someday start going up in likes. I have no doubt about it. Like, someday, I'm going to hit that audience that's really just going to be like, this guy's fucking awesome. Let's go back to his older content. Let's start hitting the like button. Let's start watching his older stuff. And then that will start happening. Sorry, but I can't stay. Later, Jordan. Bye, everyone. All right, Mike. Have a great afternoon, man. Thank you for hopping on in. I will not denote Cameron's work for The Abyss, Terminator, Alien, True Lies, and Titanic, but his later work is kind of been a letdown. Are you drinking coffee? I am. I do have a cup of coffee right next to me, actually. Yeah, I am. I mean, back before Halloween Kills, I only had like 100 subs, but that's awesome. I mean, Halloween Kills really sounds like helped you out quite a bit. Talking about the Halloween movies, man, really helped out a lot of horror, the horror community. New Halloween films. We watched a movie as a big example of that. When the new Halloween movies were announced, they started to talk about every small thing, like set photos, rumors, script leaks, stuff like that. They started like really reacting to everything, and a lot of people started hopping on and over on their channel because they're such big Halloween fans. And I want to do the kind of similar thing for Friday the 13th when more Friday the 13th news comes out, but we'll just see. I would love to do stuff like that. Say what you will about the Halloween trilogy, but it was hype as hell. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, the hype behind the Halloween trilogy, the new one, was just absolutely awesome. I actually saw a post today of one of those typical fucking Halloween, if you love the Halloween trilogy today, you're not a Halloween fan posts. I saw one of those today, earlier. Yeah, pretty cringy. I think it's cringy when people leave those posts. Like, you can't accept someone else's opinion, so everybody who likes Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, or Halloween Ends automatically isn't, like, a Halloween fan. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and I'll even say Halloween Ends, are better by far than Resurrection, Halloween 5, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Hell, I might even throw in Rob Zombie's Halloween in there. I would definitely say they're better Halloween movies. Most directors most directors' works give out quantity, not quality now. I'm so tired of these remakes. Some remakes are good. I won't lie. Some remakes, especially some of the more recent ones, I actually will say have actually not been that bad. And not like Disney or anything. I'm not going to say Disney, but horror remakes of recently, I think are actually kind of surprising a lot of people. Like, for example, and maybe this is actually not a recent one. I don't know why I said recently, but the Hills Have Eyes remake, awesome. The Evil Dead remake, fantastic. The surprisingly, Friday the 13th remake has been getting a lot of like a cult following almost, and people are like, you know what, that actually was a pretty damn good movie. So there's people who are loving the Friday the 13th remake. John Carpenter's The Thing is a phenomenal film. The Blob from the 1980s is a phenomenal remake. It can happen. It can be done. You know, these really good remakes can be done. It's just you gotta get directors who actually want to give their own unique spin on it. Is what I think. Give their own unique spin. You know, you have to have something that feels familiar, but you got to give your own spin. And I think one of the things a lot of directors don't want to do anymore is give their own spin on a story. They want to just have shot for shot remakes, which I think that's when the remakes start taking a tumble, is when you start seeing like, oh, it's just a copy and paste movie. Which, yeah, that shit sucks when it's a copy and paste. Like, no matter what you say about the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, they try to do something different. They try to make Freddy actually, which I didn't like this change at all, but they actually try to make him the sicko that people were rumoring about, right? Back in the day, where they're like, is he a predator, a child predator? No, in the remake, he actually is. They actually try to go down that really disgusting, dark path, like they really wanted to do it, but you can't root for a slasher as likable as Freddy if he's a pedophile, which is where the movie fell flat. I think that's one of the, you know, when they just announced, yeah, he was a predator, people were like, well, that's it, I don't like this movie anymore. Even the people who might have thought there was something unique about it, they were like, yeah, that kind of ruined it. And then, of course, you know, the lack of creativity with that remake. I like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but there was a giant lack of creativity. The dream sequences, man. You have a fucking slasher who can use dreams and nightmares as his weapon, his tool. And you did some of the most lamest visual effects and ideas that I've ever seen. If I was to be given a Nightmare on Elm Street and I was being a director of a Nightmare on Elm Street, you best believe I would go the extra mile in these dream sequences. Everything would be a bit wacky and freaky. Everything would. I would make it feel like a dream. Your comments are not coming through. I hate, dude. I feel so bad when this happens because there's literally like I can't do anything about it. But I don't know why they're not coming through. But for some people, let's say if you're making a giant comment, like it's really long, sometimes it won't let them come through, and you got to shorten them up a little bit. So if you're trying to do a long comment, that it will do that. So maybe try to switch it up a bit. I apologize though. There's really nothing I can do about it though. Like, I cannot do anything about that. I wish I could. I used to hate Season of the Witch. Let me go back up and read some of these comments. I'm missing some of these comments. My apologies, guys. Say what you build about the Halloween trilogy. I never understood the whole if you like, don't like something, you're not a fan quote is dumb. It's cringy as hell. It's stupid. I feel like most modern movies are kind of forgettable aside from a few. Sometimes I'll see a movie and I'll be, wait, that's out? Yeah, that's just me though. To be fair, I'll give my little thoughts about that too. There are movies from the 80s and the 70s that are pretty forgettable too. I've watched several movies I normally can't even remember unless I see the photo again, like the poster. I'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a movie that I actually enjoyed, but I forget a lot of the time, is The Unseen. The Unseen is a weird movie about, like, some guy living in the walls of some house, or like some person living in the walls, and they start hunting people or women down in the walls and stuff. You have to watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil it. And then there's a movie called Curtains, which is a forgettable horror film. So it can differ from a lot of things, but I do think that horror films lately have been picking back up, I think in a good, positive way. I mean, Smile, Scream 6 was fucking awesome. What was one of the ones I actually just saw recently? Smile, Scream 6. I just watched Megan, which was surprisingly really good. A24 never really disappoints for me. I love The Lighthouse. The Witch was amazing. The Evil Dead remake was phenomenal. The Conjuring 1 and 2 were great. Insidious Chapter 2. The It movies, It Chapter 1, It Chapter 2 really was meh. But yeah, there's been a lot of really solid horror films within the last few years now that I've been surprised. Okay, let me go back up a little bit. I still liked it to ask the Chiodo brothers felt about the premiering of the Blob remake. Like they were, were they intimidated by a remake of one of their inspirations? And they said no. That's pretty interesting. It's been happening more often lately than comments not coming through. Yeah, I hate when it does that. Yeah, I have to comment a bunch of times for it to come through. I hate that. I am so sorry about that. I really am. That really is unfortunate. Well, so I still need to see the Pinocchio remake by Guillermo del Toro. You have a comment a bunch of times. I highly recommend it. It's pretty good and weird. Some remakes that should be done sit on the shelf. I would love to see a remake of some of King's other work. Absolutely. The good thing about remakes is it makes people want to watch both the remake and the original. Yeah, it's a good way to kind of refresh someone's mind. Like, oh yeah, there's an original, right? Well, I'll go ahead and check out the remake and see what they do with it, right? Can I say I only recently began watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974? Why I have no clue. Interesting. So you've just recently started getting into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hell yeah, man. Well, so now it's going to be better than the Disney Pinocchio by... I watched the Zemeckis version of Pinocchio, and it was pretty dumb. It was a pretty dumb movie. Carrie, The Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw. Welcome to the Livestream King and Dash. The good thing about... welcome to the Livestream King and Dash. Sorry, I just caught you on here. I really love the Peter Pan remake. What's everybody's opinions? I have not seen it yet, so I can't give you an opinion. So I'll have to watch it first. But yeah, if you guys want to comment on it. Oh yeah, anyone seen the Titanic 3 horror movies? I have not. I have not. Let me take a swig of water. Yeah, Carrie, the remake of Carrie wasn't bad, in my opinion. It was one of those unfortunate ones where it was pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of the original Carrie with Sissy Spacek. But it wasn't bad. It was like the acting was good, solid acting. People had a criticism of Chloe Grace Moretz, who I actually used to have a giant crush on back then, but people used to have like a really bad criticism over Chloe Grace Moretz because they thought she was too attractive for the role, and it made no sense why people would bully her. And I'm like, attractive people can be bullied too, right? I mean, look at me. No. But I'm just saying, it can happen. I don't know why it was made, to be honest. I think Carrie was bullied in the remake more of because she was just a socially awkward person, a very shy person, and that's why people just found her to be an easy target. However, there are movies that I don't think will do well in 2023. Children of the Corn, that's right. Yeah, they just released that Children of the Corn movie. I mean, I already saw it out on Blu-ray. I didn't buy it. but it was already like $15, and I've already heard it's like a really bad movie. Attractive people can be bullied. I mean, look at me. Somebody clipped that. Heck, I've been bullied a lot on YouTube for no reason whatsoever. They are just trolls. They're trolls. They have no lives. Their lives are literally consisting of them going on and treating people probably just as bad as people are treating them in real life. Like, they're probably at school getting bullied, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to go on YouTube and, you know, hide behind a fake persona and bully somebody. That's probably what they do. Most trolls are like that, which is sad, in a sense. You know, they have to fucking take their own depression out and frustration out on other people who have nothing to do with them. Can we stop making Children of the Corn movies? I've been told that about Halloween, Friday the 13th, and all that stuff. But the Children of the Corn films, the difference between like Halloween and Friday the 13th and Children of the Corn is that Children of the Corn movies are actually kind of almost unwatchable. Unfortunately, I saw that remake that came out on Sci-Fi back in like 2011, and oh my god, was that movie just garbage. Oh my god, I watched that thing and I still don't know what I watched. I still don't know what I watched. It was so dumb. Yeah, they're jealous of your success. That's right, man. They're jealous of your success. Cheyenne says it perfectly well. The Firestarter remake started all right, but then it's like they rushed the ending, which is always unfortunate. I never like to see a rushed ending. One of the things I did not like about the Mario Bros. Movie, in a sense I was okay with it because it was like, it was a fast-paced movie. The pacing was good on the Mario movie, but towards the end it felt really rushed. Like we were already ready to end the movie. Like, all right, let's go ahead and just end this. That's kind of how it felt. Yeah, for more Sam and Colby. There's a new Sam and Colby video coming out Sunday. Yeah, where I'm going to be, of course, doing a reaction to it. Yeah, I got to go ahead and react to their newest React video. I've been doing a lot of live streams lately. Live streams have been kind of this week's kind of content. On my second channel with the 8-hour thing, the fucking Omar Gosh video thing I did the other day. I love the first Children of the Corn. Oh yeah, the first Children of the Corn is actually, in my opinion, a classic. It's a classic, you know, cheesy time, and I enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of people. I've seen fake Mr. Beast accounts on other YouTube live streams, for sure. They'll do it. Oh, yeah, they'll do it because they know it's an easy way to fucking get subscribers, just to hashtag Mr. Beast, or like to do those Mr. Beast kind of thumbnails, right? I actually went over to FaZe Rug's channel, and I noticed that his thumbnails kind of reminded me a lot of Mr. Beast's thumbnails. And I was kind of like, ooh. Project Fear channel out today. Oh, really? Oh, no, I saw that. I saw that. I was scrolling and I saw Project Fear. Yeah. Stayed up so late the other night watching you react to Omar. Aw, sweet. I'm glad you enjoyed the reaction. Yeah, the reactions, really. Yes, the Omar Gosh stream was fun. Can't believe that went on for 4 hours. I know. I've been doing like really long live streams of lately. I'm not sure if I'll be going live for like a long time tonight because I've been going live so often. And I really got to start filming more reactions, but as much as I like the change of Who Dies in Pet Sematary remake, the version also felt rushed, like with the Pascal ghosting. They fucked up all the side characters that really made that movie memorable, right? That actual story memorable. Zelda was practically just a creepy lady who just ran at the camera occasionally, which, you know, in the original Pet Sematary, she was actually built up to be this kind of traumatizing thing that the wife went through, Rachel went through. And in this one, it just felt like a bad dream more than anything. It didn't even feel like Zelda's spirit was really tormenting her. It felt like just a bad dream. If that made any sense. But the Pet Sematary remake was one of those movies that felt like a kind of a shot-for-shot remake, but it felt like an underwhelming version of the original. Everything was underwhelming. The only, like, really great thing that came out of that Pet Sematary remake that I was like, damn, that was kind of awesome, was Church the Cat. Church the Cat was awesome in the Pet Sematary remake. And may the cat rest in peace. I know it passed away. As much as I like the change, but I did like the change of the person who died in the remake. I actually thought that was, like, really clever. The only issue I had with that one is that they spoiled it in the trailer. That was around the time when trailers were really just spoiling everything. All the great stuff that would have surprised you in theaters, they just threw it out in the trailer. And, yeah, basically, if you didn't know, and it's not really a spoiler because, again, it's in the trailer, where basically Gage is not the one who gets hit by the semi. It's actually the girl who gets hit by the semi, the older sister who gets hit by the semi. And it was kind of one of those things that would have blown my mind in theaters, but they didn't do that. They spoiled it in the trailer, and I'm like, that would have been that would have been awesome. You guys would have had something great with this remake if you guys did not do that. I have a job interview with the studio that worked on Lord of the Rings. That is awesome. New Line Cinema? Not New Line Cinema. That's not a editing company. Sorry. Interesting. That's so cool. Congratulations. I hope you get the job. Fuck yeah. What do you think about Omar Gosh right now? I'd say he's 50-50 for me too, Sean Paz. He's about 50-50 for me. I gotta see more of his content, more of his, like, paranormal investigations and stuff. I do think sometimes he's, like, he just doesn't sound, like, legitimate. It almost feels like he does. There's some times where I was watching him, and it didn't even feel like I was watching a guy who truly believed in the paranormal, if that made any sense. And I didn't want to feel that way. And that might be a weird criticism to make. And maybe I hope I don't come off like I'm calling him a liar or nothing, because I don't want to do that. Maybe that's just how he reacts to certain things. I don't know. But there was just something about the way he was coming off that just, like, the every, like, 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? But then again, he said he wasn't afraid, so maybe that's just the way he reacts. It's a big visual effects studio. That's pretty cool. The 2011 stayed extremely close to the novel of Children of the Corn. I had a feeling it did. It did not really work all that well for me. The ending sounds much better. There was an alternative ending of Pet Sematary Remake that I wish they kept in, where Lewis decided to live with his new family, trapped in the nightmare with his son, having lost it like the original. Interesting. And by the way, you guys are coming on in here and hitting that like button, so thank you so much for doing so. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, we're aiming to hit 18,000 subscribers tonight. So if you guys want to help out with that, subscribe to the channel right now, because we're only like 10 away from hitting that 18,000 point. And if we can hit that 18,000 subscriber point, I'll be really fucking happy. Yeah, 20 likes on the live stream already. Pretty good. Being in Asia, I would say, oh wow, that's awesome that you're from Asia and you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. Thailand, I have some of the best horror movies. The elements of black magic being used on True Story just adds to the horror factor. For sure, for sure. It's pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, sometimes you have to avoid trailers for the spoilers, yeah. Especially back in, like, I'd say the mid-2000s. Like, not mid-2000s, maybe, like, the early 2010s. Like, 2010 to, like, 2020, let's face it. Like, that time in between them, they would spoil so much in the trailers. You'll get it occasionally, but not horribly. That's why I like Stephen King. He used some realistic elements in a fantastical way. Well, resurrected Ellie convinced Lewis they could still be a family, so he ends up burying and bringing back his wife, and they're all together like messed up Hallmark card family. That'd be something, though. I would actually have loved to see that, too. That'd have been a better ending, I really feel like. The ending to the Pet Sematary remake, though kind of shocking, like the whole wife, Rachel, let's say Rachel's death in the remake, was actually kind of brutal. Like, it was brutal in the original one, but you never saw it. You only saw the aftermath of what happened, but in this one, you see her die. And it's pretty heartbreaking, honestly. It's like, damn, that would be a horrible way to go. You don't watch scary movies, they freak you out. Understandable. Understandable. I was thinking about it, and I just realized how popular Titanic 1997 was. There's probably a good chunk of people who don't know that the Titanic was a real event. Oh, I'm sure there's not. I'm sure there are people out there who probably still think it's a movie. And someday they'll learn that it was a real event. I mean, I was probably about literally 11 or 12 years old when I found out the Titanic actually happened. Yeah. I'm sure it'll come to them at some point. There are two main coons that played Church in the Pet Sematary remake. Yeah, there's two of them, yep. It's the most famous shipwreck, too. Yeah, oh yeah, by far. By far. Probably the most famous ship in general. Everybody knows what the Titanic is. In the paranormal community, though, I think the Queen Mary is taking the fucking helms at this rate. The Queen Mary is kind of becoming, like, the most ideal paranormal ghost ship. There was another ship that sank like in the Titanic in 1914. Horror movies are full of subtext. You know what I want to start doing, guys? I want to start collaborating with people. Yeah, really start talking to people on these live streams. I think that'd be a lot of fun. If I had a Discord set up, I would. I can't access my Discord at the moment, but if I did, I'd probably go ahead and try to do that. Hey, Nick and Thor, how are you doing? Just got off work. Hell yeah, man. Well, welcome to the Friday night live stream. We've almost been on for an hour already. Doesn't even feel like it, man. After last night, after doing that 8-hour live stream, these live streams feel like they're nothing to me. After doing that just giant one last night, the Titanic artifacts are so cool. I don't have Discord. I have Discord, but I can't access it, which I wish I could. Believe it or not, I first found out about the Titanic because I was at a museum that changed theme once in a while. The theme then was Lego, and they had a Lego Titanic. I remember seeing those Lego Titanics. We'll consider it, though. All right, let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and see. And again, I apologize, guys, if I sound like I'm out of it. Again, I was live last night for 8 hours. Jordan the Zombie Killer, I know, right? Last night was fucking nuts, man. Nuts. The live stream was so good, though. We had a lot of fun. Me and both Brandon had a lot of fun. He's probably passed out now. Dude, literally, when we ended that live stream, Brandon had to go and he had to drive his wife to work, like, an hour after. So he had to do that, and then he had to go to leg therapy because, you know, he's the guy who also broke his leg not too long ago. So I told you guys about that, how he snapped his ankle and stuff. Not his ankle, his actual, like, leg. It snapped. So, yeah. Yeah, he had to go to therapy for that. He's probably passed out right now. I would not be surprised if he's not at home passed out. I still can't believe how crazy the animated Titanic movies are. I refuse to watch them. I just don't want to. I saw Titanic exhibit in museum, and part of the way through the exhibit, there was fire in the museum. Wow. What ship were you talking about? Rough. Yeah, it was a pretty rough break. I remember looking at the pictures and just being so heartbroken. I was like, I felt so bad for him. Because, you know, that's one of my childhood friends, man. I consider him like a brother to me. Lane and Brandon are like brothers to me. And before you say, you know, Michael's one of my, like, best friends of all time, too. But Lane and Brandon I've known them for so fucking long. I've known them way before I knew Michael. So to see Brandon go through that was, like, such a gut punch. And so, yeah, heartbreaking again. I can't wait to start streaming on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I have so many thoughts and ideas on movies. And that's what you should go into YouTube doing, first off, by the way. You should definitely go in there with a passion behind it. You shouldn't go in there for the money. You should go into YouTube knowing that you want to do this, like, for fun, in a sense. You want to do it for fun. And it was for me for the first, like, 500-something subscribers. And then when I finally hit 1,000, and then when that monetization thing came up, I'm like, oh my god, I could actually start making money off YouTube now. And then it was like, maybe I could make a career out of this. And then it became like that to me. But yeah, you should go into YouTube with the mindset that you just want to have fun, give your ideas out there, do videos that you want to do, things like that. That's so important, and you should continue that even after you hit 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, that's the right mindset to have. That's how I did it. That was the right mindset to have for me. I want to go visit the Titanic Museum in Missouri a couple months ago. A lot of artifacts cost almost $100,000 today. Isn't that crazy? What's the plan today? What are we talking about? We're talking about horror films, life, paranormal, whatever you guys want to talk about. We can talk about anything you guys want. I think YouTube streams are a good place just to stream and talk. Absolutely. You still waiting on the job? Yep, I should probably hear something about it either Saturday or Sunday. So in the next 2 days, hopefully I hear something. I didn't think anybody here knew about the Empress of Ireland. In case you don't know, Empress of Ireland sunk when a ship hit its side in the fog at night. It flipped on its side and sunk. Damn. Harley jumped on in. How are you doing, Harley? Thank you so much for getting on here. And thank you guys so much for the support. If you guys are hopping on in, hit the like button. Yes, you have to be subscribed to actually have a conversation with us. So now's the time to subscribe to the channel. And by the way, we are less than 10 subscribers away from 18,000. So if you want to help out with that, if you want to help us get to 18,000 tonight, definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely. Let me go ahead and check where we are right now on the subscriber count. 17,993 subscribers at the moment. If you are not subscribed, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Imagine being alone in the dark on a warship. I can already hear the screams and shouts coming from anywhere. Yeah, no, it's too scary. What was that in Lake Superior? Don't get it stuck in my head. What is it? What did Sebastian say? Beware the Titanic with a rapping. Oh, no. I watched Nostalgia Critic's review for that, and yeah, I remember that. The rapping dog. Then wasn't there like a moment where like they were trying to do some electrical shit on the Titanic, and the old man mouse used his whiskers to attach the cords, and they electrocuted him, and supposedly, like in real life, that mouse would have been like cooked, right? He would have been dead. He would have blown up. But for some reason, he just falls on his back with a smile on his face, and at the end of the movie, he's just alive again. How does that make any sense? Happy ending. Oh yeah, and they all survive? Yeah. What an insult to the real story. What an absolute insult to the people who actually perished that day. I've toured a warship when I visited Pearl Harbor. It was really cool. That does sound pretty cool. Me and Michael went on a submarine. Haven't watched the Titanic yet. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen the Titanic. I almost don't even remember most of the movie. I remember that one scene where the bad guy grabs one of the kids, like just random kids on the boat while it was sinking, and he just pulls it up to his face, and I have a child. She's all I have. And they let him on the fucking survivor boat. It was the 2 civilian ships in the Empress of Ireland crashed. The other ship also sunk. Damn. Speaking of Titanic, Michael Bay tried to copy it with Pearl Harbor. I didn't watch Pearl Harbor. I haven't seen that one yet. Titanic was my grandma's favorite movie. I watched it so many times. Gotta say, seeing the ship split in half was horrifying. Oh, I'm sure being on the ship when it split in half would have been even more terrifying. Isn't there actually like a VR Titanic thing to where you can actually watch the ship, like you're on one of the survivor boats and you can actually look up at the ship actually fucking sinking? That'd be fucking nuts. Now imagine being like on the Titanic while, I mean, I couldn't even imagine what those people went through. I couldn't even imagine what was going through their minds when they were told, you guys are pretty much going to stay here and sink with the ship. Imagine being told that to your face while everybody else gets on the ships and leaves safely. I couldn't imagine. My dad loves Pearl Harbor. Going to visit was a dream of his. That's so cool. That is so cool to hear. One of my dreams is going to Universal Studios Nintendo World. And if I did go, I would be filming. You bet your ass I would be filming. I wonder if Adam the Woo actually came out with a video. I feel like Adam the Woo probably went there by now, right? To Universal Studios Nintendo World? I would assume so. He goes everywhere. Universal Nintendo, right? Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. He went to the AP pre... Okay, yeah, he went to Nintendo World. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm jealous. I wonder how many ships on the planet are in the Bermuda Triangle. That's a good question. The amount of ships that have sunk in Lake Superior is mind-boggling. Well, you'd be dealing with the risking water, steep inclined plane. I don't even want to think about going on a plane, fucking boat. Dude, at this rate, there's so many problems that can happen. If you're in the sky, good luck. If you're in the ocean, you have a better chance than in the sky. But still, then you have to worry about the fucking wildlife that's swimming around the ocean. It's almost not even worth it. It almost isn't even worth it. I went on a boat one time, and that entire boat ride, we went to an island. Beautiful island where there was a lot of Native American. It was like Native American museums. They actually had a Native American play, which scared the hell out of me because the thunder drum started playing and the lights and stuff, the like flame lights and everything started coming off, and I was like freaking out. It was terrifying to me, but it was an awesome experience, and I wish I could remember the island, but I can't remember off the top of my mind. But I went to this island with my class in like elementary school. And we had a blast, man. But that was the one time I went on like a ferry boat, and we were crossing the ocean to get to this island, and it was terrifying. The whole time I was thinking, like, what am I going to see in the ocean below us? Am I going to see like a shark or something? Am I going to see like something that's going to try to pull me under the water? Yeah, the deep ocean freaks me out. Water doesn't freak me out. The deep ocean freaks me out. I don't like that shit. Well, you'd be dealing with risking water, steep incline, and it was pitch black. You hardly could see anything. That's true. Yeah, it's at the pitch black of night. I cry every time I watch Titanic. I don't like swimming much, so some people had to jump off the boat when it was high up in the air. If you were lucky enough to be near the back when it was the final plunge, you would have been pulled down with it. Yep. I don't even want to think about that shit, man. That shit terrifies me more than ghosts. Paranormal. I'd rather stay at the fucking the Ohio State Reformatory by myself than go on a fucking boat in the middle of the deep ocean. Especially the Atlantic Ocean, man. The Atlantic Ocean is just terrifying. I used to get anxious over flying over water, and I would go to Hawaii. You are lucky you can get on a fucking plane. I cannot imagine getting on a plane. But the Pacific Ocean is huge. All oceans are scary. I won't go by the point where if they tell me that you cannot go beyond that point, trust me, I won't even come close to even going past the point. I won't even come close to the point where I'm not even supposed to go. I would be by the fucking shoreline, man. No way would I even think about it. No way. Yeah, freak the deep ocean and stuff is horrifying, dude. Man, an octopus could grab you, pull you down. A shark, sharks could eat you. Drowning, being frozen to death in the ocean if it's cold out. There's so much that can go wrong. Getting bloated because that could happen. Titanic was built in a lot of thought in mind. The iceberg just split too many sections of the ship. Yep. First snapping turtle in a plane crash. Oh, same. The likeliness of you surviving a plane crash are very fucking minimal. Very, very slim. I'm less scared of planes than I was now, but I think the reason people are scared of it is because you don't do it every day. True. Well, I always think about shit like, hostage situation, like there's someone on the plane, and obviously he starts taking hostages and shit, and you have nowhere to go, you have nothing to do, you're sitting down, you're, hundreds of thousands of feet in the air. That could happen. Something could happen on the one of the wings, a bird could fly through it and blow it up, right? Blow up one of the engines. That could happen. There's a lot that could go wrong in a plane. And, the more power to you. If you're strong with flying planes and stuff, you want to keep doing that stuff, that's awesome. Congratulations. Hell yeah, more power to you. But to me, it will never happen. The only way I'd have to get on a plane is if, I got a part in a movie and there was no other way to get to that place. Would be going on a plane. I would do it then. But I have no interest in going on a plane. The chances of surviving a plane crash, depending on the crash, is around 94% according to Google. I don't believe everything the internet says, but that is crazy that it says that. Holy shit. I'll take either as long as it is warm, not ice cold. I've never been on a plane. Planes weren't safe. I wouldn't be flying as much as we are. I'm sure they're safe. I have no doubt. I'm sure the planes are safe. It's more of it's my mind kind of telling me that it's not a good idea. It's my own paranoia that's getting to me. I'll be thinking about that shit the entire time. Like, if we start, going up and down, which happens sometimes on a plane, I'd be starting to sit there, fucking gripping my seat, looking around and stuff, guys, what's happening? What's happening? You're more likely to get in a car crash than a plane crash. Probably so, because, I'm driving in a car more often than going on a plane. But, yeah. They let idiots drive cars. That's true. There's not many idiots driving planes. You have to be very certified to fly a plane. Very, very certified. Yeah. You make a good point on that. Anybody can drive a car around here, but it takes a very skilled person to fly a plane. Who knows what's what else is down there, right? At the bottom of the ocean. I don't like the concept of even talking about the ocean. Nope. Not me. Who's all hopping on in, by the way? Sometimes I'll have to go to the map things and planes and check out the plane's altitude and making sure. We're really on this plane subject right now, man. I'm getting so I get anxious talking about that shit. And especially after what just happened, unfortunately, to that submarine, man. I'm just. Tracy, how are you doing? Thank you for hopping on in. Zanduck is in the house. Wow, it's been a while, man. Not been on for a while. Yeah, hope you're good. Have you seen Quite Brutal and Gritty UK movie from 2008 at Eden Lake? Nice ordinary couple of a weekend break terrorized by feral kids. I have not seen that movie. I have been... People were recommending Eden Lake to me, though. That one has been recommended. And by the way, again, guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we are only less than 10 subscribers away from hitting our 18,000 mark. And then after that, it's going to be 19,000. And after that, it's 20,000. So if you guys have not subscribed, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are doing a lot. We are kicking a lot of ass right now. So thank you so much. Hit the like button on the live stream. Have you seen Underwater yet? Yeah, with Kristen Stewart. Yeah, I've seen that movie. It was pretty damn decent, actually. Actually, yeah, it was freaky. The Simpsons actually predicted the sub-disaster in an episode called Homer's Paternity Coot, where Homer and his supposed father find treasure, but they got stuck in the wreckage. I don't think they got stuck in the wreckage, though. I think what happened was it imploded. The Simpsons, I'm not surprised. The Simpsons have predicted a lot of events, which is kind of spooky. Yeah, it is a bit spooky. But yeah, I guess in a sense they kind of did kind of predict some of the things, because you know there were a lot of people talking about they could be stuck in the wreckage of the Titanic, which if the Simpsons actually said that was kind of something that they predicted, then yeah, I guess they kind of did. Homer gets stuck in a reef. They predicted Trump would run for president not once but twice. Wow. They predicted a lot. They did predict a lot. You know what movie I want to watch, actually, now that you mentioned Eden Lake, and it kind of reminds me that I still have to watch Deliverance. I still have to watch Deliverance. I think I'm going to watch that here soon. Have you guys seen a meme template that Drake predicts something on one of the songs? Crappy AI-generated voice? I did not. That live stream last night it's taken me out of this live stream a little bit, dude. I'm exhausted after that. 8 hours of gaming last night. 8 full hours. Here is my gaming channel if you guys want to subscribe to it. It's pretty much youtube.com/jcartfun, @jcartfun. Gotta go for now. Need to pick up my meds at pharmacy, but it was great chatting. Gonna try to catch up on a lot of horror flicks this weekend. Take it easy, Jordan, and you all have too. Have a good night. All right, Sebastian. Have a great night, man. Thank you again for hopping on in. Really appreciate you, man. Hell yeah. Okay, no one's being notified about this live stream. It's beginning to irritate me. No one has been notified. Do you have anything exciting coming up soon, Jordan? Like, video-wise, I have a lot of movie reactions filmed. I'm sending them to my editor right now, which those are coming out soon. Pretty excited about that. Scream 6 will be the next movie reaction posted on YouTube, which, if you like Scream 6, then hallelujah, be excited. That one's coming. I just sent him School of Rock, so School of Rock will be the next one to come after that. I'll be sending him more. I'll be doing movie reactions for Renfield here soon with Nicolas Cage's Dracula. Really excited about that one. Just did Ginger Snaps 2. That one's on Patreon and members as early access. I will be hopefully trying to do more gaming stuff for the second channel. I want to start doing more reactions. Obviously, the Sunday, I will probably be going ahead and reacting to the Sam and Colby video, depending on if my, the Walmart thing happens and they hire me, then I'll probably have to get started with Walmart here soon, so I'll be busy doing that, but I will be trying to film as much as I can. Again, guys, I hope for your continued support, so if you guys are channel members or patrons, stick around, because I will be still filming. It will get stressful for me at some points, but I'm going to be doing my best to kick out as much as I possibly can. Okay, no one's getting a notification on Facebook. That is a bummer. That is a bummer, but you know how I can fix that really quick? Because I really do want people to start jumping on into this live stream. I'm going to share it with my personal Facebook. Alright. My personal Facebook. And by the way, guys, share the live stream really quick. Do me a solid. Only 7 subscribers away from 18,000. All right, I'm gonna tag a lot of people. All right, we're gonna see how quickly this blows up. So if you guys are still here, let me know you're still here. I'm gonna tag a lot of people. So let's see. This might take a minute. Erica Bates, Randy Myro, Brandon Bolden, Megan Bolden. Yep. 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 Who else? Yep. 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 Okay. There's that. Go to bees. I'm tagging so many. Oh man. Oh my. I don't know if my Facebook can handle this. Alright, I'll tag Christopher Durand in there too. Okay. Damn it. This is a lot of people. I doubt all these people are going to probably show up. But still. It's going to get nuts, everybody. Especially if it works. If it works, it's going to get nuts. If it doesn't work, then... Well, that was a long, wasted amount of time. Gabriel, Carolyn Graham, of course. Yep. 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 Okay, I think that's probably good for right now. I just tagged 60 people. All right. Hey, who's all hopping on in right now? Sorry about that. Let's see what happens. Sorry, I don't have to investigate. Quite shocking, everything, especially poor Kelly. Really, plaster and gore, sludge. I'm subscribed to you, then join button and blocking your sub count. If I'm subscribed to you, then the join button is blocking your sub count. That's interesting. What do you mean by that? That's something. If I'm subscribed to you, if I'm subscribed to you, then the join button is blocking your sub count. Has Jordan just scrolled down, or the message is not coming through? No, I haven't scrolled down. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was actually making a post on Facebook and tagging people. That's all I was doing. No worries, no worries. I'm still here. I'm actually still commenting and chatting with you. My apologies. Yeah, I was on another tab. Never mind, Eating Like is something different. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's the remake with the Naomi Watts, 2 boys torture her family. That's a bit kind of messed up right there. You're still here, Caroline? Awesome. I'm glad to. Just shared? Hell yeah. Well, thank you so much. I just tagged a bunch of people, so I'm not sure if they're going to show up, but if they do, this could get rather interesting. This could be rather interesting. Mr. Doodles, you just joined. Well, hell yeah, brother. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I'm hoping more people hop on in. I just tagged a bunch of people. We're only like 7 subscribers away from our goal tonight, which is 18,000. I do like the name too, Mr. Doodles. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Noodles from Sesame Street back in the day. Used to watch that on the down low. Mr. Noodles was my guy. He was my favorite. Every time I watched him, I wanted ramen. I ate a lot of ramen back then. I ate a lot of ramen. Kind of makes me want ramen right now, as a matter of fact. Alright, so you hopped on in. Funny Games, it was with the movie Funny Games with No Me Watts. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Does that movie sound familiar to anyone? It sounds, Eden Lake sounds familiar. I don't necessarily remember too much about what I saw. I remember I saw a poster, but even then I can't remember it too well. Yeah, let's see how many people just hop on in. Start hitting that like button. I'm curious. I'm curious. Next to the subscribe button is your profile with the subs. If I subscribe, then there's a join button next to it. Instead, I can see your profile picture, but not the sub count or channel name. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I have no explanation on why it's doing that. That would be something you'd have to like actually ask the YouTube creators or like the higher ups to why it's doing that itself. But I really can't tell you why it does that. I know if you go to my main channel, it should show you how many subscribers I have, or if you go to like the search bar and look up my name, it should tell you how many subscribers I have. But for some reason, yeah, it doesn't tell you. I guess I don't think it. I guess it thinks it doesn't need to tell you. I don't know. I watched the original foreign version of the ending, and it was more darker. Does that movie sound familiar to anyone? Let's see here. Yes, thank you, Shane. See, I'm actually kind of curious to see if any of my old classmates hop on into this live stream. And if they do, they're probably watching. They're probably, like, looking at me right now. They could be making fun of me. That's okay. I'll accept it. Did you hear about the new Nun movie coming out this September, followed by the first one? I did. I saw a background, behind-the-scenes image, actually, of one of the nuns smiling at the camera, which is already a no-no for me. I think people who smile already, like, smile way too much are kind of psychotic. So when I see a nun smiling at me, you know, very stern people smiling, it's unsettling. Especially when they have like a pale face with like black lipstick on. Yeah, probably not a good thing. I have really been wanting a Chucky doll for some odd reason. Dude, I'm always down to get Chucky dolls. Hell yeah. In your opinion, what was the best era for horror movies? 1970s, 80s, or 2010s? 80s, by far. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say by far, but probably the 80s. The 70s is pretty close. 70s had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original Halloween, which is already a big win. Those two in itself. Pretty sure The Exorcist came out in the 70s too, which is, again, one of those awesome films. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to say... I'm actually going to be tagging more people, so if I don't respond to the chat right now, that's reason why. Who else can I... Alright, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. That should be good for right now. I tagged as many people as I could. Well, I could have tagged more, but I'm kind of in the middle of a live stream. I want to get Tommy and the T-Rex and Llamageddon for my birthday. No way. That sounds interesting. Llamageddon. Is that a legitimate thing? Is that a real movie? Llamageddon? No, I'm using 1970s, 80s, and as an example. It could be any era. Okay, okay. I'd probably go with the 80s, actually. Like, the 90s really didn't have that many great horror films. But the 80s, I could list off a bunch. The Lost Boys, Friday the 13th, most of the great Friday the 13th, 1 through 4. Those ones are phenomenal. Dream Warriors, which was, I think, 80s. I'm pretty positive it was the 80s. Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. Some of the Halloween movie sequels. There's some really good ones in there, too. 80s. Yeah, even Halloween 2 was the 80s. So yeah, so like the Halloween sequels came out in the 80s. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah, I got to go with the 80s. 80s was literally prime time. Prime time for horror films. You cannot not go with the 80s. If you go to 70s, that's understandable, but the 80s has to be my number one. I'd have loved to have lived through the 80s, like at least for 5 years. Oh, Ashley, thank you for hopping on in. You never get notifications when I go live, dude. No one ever does. That's why I have to like tag people and I have to share it like constantly with my Facebook page or stuff like that, because no one ever gets notified when I go live. Yes, 1978 was when the first Halloween came out. What if we fans Jordan sang a motivational song when Jordan is at his saddest moments? You could probably try that. Yeah, you could probably sing a song. That's fine. Why do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts from the future? We always look for ghosts from the past, but could there be ghosts in the future? Energy is weird to mention. I guess it's possible. I guess it's not out of the question. I don't know if I can give you an answer of whether I believe in it or not. It'd be just one of those things. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I actually saw a celebrity ghost story where this woman actually said she saw two little girls dancing. She was like near death, and she saw two little girls dancing around a light pole. And this was probably back in like the 70s or whatnot, 70s or 60s. She was on the verge of death, and she went up to the window and saw these two girls, and they just disappeared in front of her. And in the future, she actually saw the same thing happen before her eyes, and she realized the girls that she saw were actually her future daughters, kind of giving her a boost of confidence, saying that you're going to live through this because you're going to have these kids someday. So, I mean, I guess it's possible in a sense. Each decade of horror is different, but a social commentary of the unknown. Yeah, 80s was also the era of sci-fi movies, from B films to award-winning epics. Oh, yeah. What if yeah, I mean, I would love a song. Just waiting on a couple more people to hop on in. See if we can make it at least 30 likes on this live stream. We're at 25 likes now. I believe that now is the prime of paranormal things. Let me go ahead and reread that because I'm an idiot. I believe that now is the prime of paranormal things. With how much we have to share our experiences is great. I agree. There's a lot of people, as I've said before, I think today's society has become way more accepting of people's like personal experiences and things they have gone through within their lives. Back then, you would have been looked at as crazy. People would have looked at you funny, like, you're full of it, dude. You're obviously nightmares, you're sleeping, I don't know, you're staying up too late, you're watching too many movies. There's so many of those excuses. And even people who have gone through things have always told people who have gone through things that, no, you're watching too many horror films. There's a good logical explanation towards it, even though you still can't explain why you see certain things or why something happens to you. And I think people today have just become more accepting of that because just I really can't even tell you, but it's just one of those cool things that I think really has elevated. Dream Warriors was 86, 87. Yes. Would love to watch you ghost hunt your room in a live stream here on YouTube. That'd be something. But that would be something. However, it would be hard to do because I only have a webcam, and my webcam is connected to my computer, so it would be hard to do it. I saw the Boogeyman movie today, and it was good. You should all go and see it. Oh, okay. That's pretty encouraging. I mean, the trailers to the Boogeyman didn't really look all that crazy to me. They didn't look all that, I wasn't rushing out to the theaters to watch it. It kind of looked generic, but I've only heard really good things about the movie so far, so I'm kind of curious. Yeah. Hey, who's all hopping on in here? I see the likes going up on this live stream right now. Who's all hopping on in? Now we're at 14 viewers. Hell yeah! Finally, people are being notified that I'm going live. Having to tag my whole friends list. I wouldn't say my whole friends list, but a good portion of my friends list. Just trying to get more people to hop on in here. $27 likes now. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Thank you guys for hopping on in. Who's all hopping on in? Please make yourselves known. Leave a comment in the chat. Yes, you have to be subscribed to the channel for at least 1 minute to leave a comment, but please do so. Because we're on the verge of 18,000, and I think we can hit it by the end of the night. Can you do something while live other than talking? You don't have to, but like when you do stuff like react to videos on live, I could, but I like to save those for specific videos. Like this Friday Fright Nights are normally for us to kind of like talk with the community and have conversations about how's life going, what movies did you watch over the weekend, and things along those lines. That's what these Friday Fright Nights are normally for. I've always been doing them kind of like that. But like the Oh My Gosh video thing was a separate live stream. So I'll do more of those in the future for sure. Yeah, I think that was a pretty successful live stream. I think the video got like 70 likes already, which, you know, if you have not, go over there and hit that like button on that video, and I'll do more. I think I asked the community, would you guys like to see a Nukes Top 5 marathon maybe next? Hey, Lone Fire, how you doing? Hello, cleaning and watching. Ah, well, I still am glad you made it. Thank you for making it. How are you doing this afternoon? How are you doing this afternoon? Have Nerd Report send his subscribers over to my live stream so we can hit 18,000 already. We're on the verge of 18,000. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. But like we're on the verge of 18,000 now. We're like a few subscribers away. Oh, would not miss us. Hey, what's up, Peter Anthony Productions Inc. By the way, Peter, I made you one of my channel recommendations on my homepage of my channel. Obviously, you don't have to do the same for me, but I really have come to appreciate your content, man. And the live stream you did recently, saying what you're going to be doing for the future, I thought was very inspiring. I really took a liking to that. So, yeah, I'm hoping it all goes well for you, man. It all goes well for you, and I wish you luck on your upcoming movie. And by the way, thank you for the $1.99, dude. That means a lot. Thank you so much. And you also inspired me to play some Friday the 13th on my gaming channel. That was fun. Good night that I'm watching you live. Well, that's pretty damn sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Did anyone hear that cover I did for Peaches? So what are your thoughts? Oh, yeah, you sent me like I did listen to that actually. I thought you did pretty good, man. Hell yeah, that was awesome. I love that shit. I'll go with the 80s because it's interesting to see the hard work that goes into makeup, prosthetics. Yeah, well, one of the things I love about the 80s is all the practical effects that went into the horror films, for sure. Ridiculous animal training, etc. Pretty much all the CGI nowadays. Creepshow 2, behind the scenes. Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of fantastic stuff back then. It was really a different beast in itself, the whole 80s and 70s horror vibe. Just a complete different beast compared to more modern-day horror films, which... yeah, you can't. I don't think we'll ever have an era like the 80s. So that's one of the reasons why the 80s are like my favorite time period of horror films by far. My favorite decade of horror films. I might get back to watching Creepshow. You should. I definitely need to get back to watching Creepshow. I think I stopped after like the beginning of season 2. I don't know what it was. I guess I just wanted to take a break because I had binged the first season. Is Pokemon a big part of your life? Yeah, absolutely. I grew up watching Pokemon. Me and my brother, we used to play Pokemon Stadium on the 64. Remember when we went over to my friend's house and we played on his 64 and begged my dad to get us that game, and we got it. And by the way, guys, if you have not, please go subscribe to Peter Anthony Productions. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's also the guy who directed Roseblood, a Friday the 13th fan film. So if you have not, please go over to him right there. You can see his name, Peter Anthony Productions. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do you a solid and give you a link to his channel really quick. He's one of those guys I really recommend because I think he has a lot of fucking pretty damn good raw talent on directing movies and giving it his all. Let me go ahead and give you a link. Almost on the verge of 7,000 subscribers too, man. Fuck yeah. You'll love to see it. There's Peter Anthony's channel. If you guys want to go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Would rather have a bunch of ants with stingers that hurt like hell crawl up your legs and up your waist, or a bunch of harmless ants. They can't hurt you. All crawl on your face and neck. I did enjoy your Creepshow reactions. They were a lot of fun to film. My cat is listening to you right now, and since he likes to talk too, you guys have a good conversation. You know what's funny about that? Lone Fire in the chat said her cat loved to watch me too. Do I attract... I was about to say... Do I attract pussy? No, do I attract cats? I mean, if I'm an... I mean, animals love me. in general. Hey, we have some people hopping on in, guys. Hell yeah. If you guys are hopping on in, do yourself a solid. Subscribe to the channel and be a part of our live stream. Have a chat. I had to make that joke. It's like the second time it's been told to me. Yes, my cat is watching you. Just one of my two cats watches you. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Did you know cats are the guardians of the underworld? I would let my cat watch me right now, my cat Church, but he's in trouble for peeing in the kitchen earlier. It must be the pitch in your soul. I have to go, but I want to say I hope you have a good stream. Hope I can pop into another stream for longer next time. Absolutely, Ashley. And again, guys, if you have not, subscribe to my second gaming channel because I want to start doing gaming live streams over there more often. So if you have not, definitely make sure you go over there, support that channel. It's already at 300 and I think 12 subscribers. So the sooner, I think the goal over there is 1,000. If we can get 1,000 subscribers, that'd be fantastic. This, they say cats can get rid of negative energy. Absolutely. Yeah, my cat loves to watch you. That is so awesome. Which would you rather? Which would you rather, though? What do you mean? What do you mean by which would you rather? Oh, the ant thing. Let me go back up and read that again. I'll give you an answer, a solid answer next time. Would you rather a bunch of ants with stingers that hurt like hell crawl up your legs and up your waist, or a bunch of harmless ants that can't hurt you at all crawl on your face and neck? Probably the ones that can't hurt me. I mean, as long as they have to get off at some point, I'd rather that than have them crawl like and hurt me. Yeah, I'd say the second one for sure. We used to play that game a lot, but ours would be a lot more brutal than that. Ours would be horrifyingly brutal. Yeah, me and my friend had a sick sense of humor. Did you see that story about the man teacher who criticized one of the girls in her class for identifying as a cat? No, but it wouldn't surprise me. I did not see that, but it would not surprise me. Not in today's society. That is something. What's next? Yeah, I'd rather not be eaten by ants myself. Do you like the thumbnails of Sam and Colby's videos? Yeah, I think they do a fine job at their thumbnails. Not bad at all. Some of them can probably be a little bit meh, but the more recent ones are pretty damn good. I like them. That's one reason why I wouldn't want to get a cat. Imagine your cat just starts staring into an empty room. I'd be like, ah, hell no. They do that sometimes too. My cat will just sit there and look at the door. I remember when my cat once actually was in the hallway hissing at something, so I went out of my room and looked, and he was hissing at my sister's room, which was completely empty and pitch black in there because all the lights were off. And he was hissing at the room, and out of nowhere, I started hearing somebody go, like doing that, like calling a cat, and I knew there was nobody in the room, so I walked in there and turned on the lights, and lo and behold, there's nobody in the room. Yeah, that was pretty creepy. That was actually, I'm not even, creepy is a little bit of an understatement. That was pretty fucking freaky. Freaky as hell, actually. People are ridiculous. It's all about respect. I don't really care what you identify as long as you're not hurting anyone. That's got to be the scariest thing. Yellow Rice Boy hopped on into the live stream. How are you doing, man? Thank you so much for making it. Guys, we are only literally less than 10 subscribers away from hitting 18,000. So if you guys want to hit the subscribe button, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. If you're new around here, definitely make sure you do subscribe so you can at least have a conversation with us in the live chat. Don't watch the video, it makes you ask a lot of questions. I probably wasn't going to. My cats love to just stare into the corner of the walls. Yeah, they're a bit weird. Cats are a weird animal. Yeah, they're a bit odd. But I love them. Because when you need them, they know when you're fucking feeling down. When you are feeling it down, a cat will come over to you and start rubbing all over you and trying to make, comfort you and stuff. My cat does it all the time. Hey, Maniac Mike. How you doing, man? Would you rather hike up Mount Everest or dive down to the... I'd rather hike Mount Everest. I'm not going in the ocean. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go karaoke. I'll catch y'all in the next live stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, Jimmy, have fun with your karaoke, man. Thank you again for hopping on in, showing your love and support. And if you are hopping on in and have not slain that like button, do me a solid. Slay that like button. Take your knife, take your machete, take your chainsaw, take your scythe, whatever you guys got. Take it and slay that like button. That late night late night live stream, actually, that's why I'm kind of messing up and stumbling now, is because I was up for 8 hours last night doing gaming live streams. Yeah, it took a lot out of me. Was awesome. When do you think you might do another late night gaming stream? Hopefully soon, man. Hopefully soon, especially if more people hop on over there and actually show those videos a lot of love and a lot of support. Then I definitely want to do more gaming live streams. This is an hour and 30-minute live stream so far. Damn, we're killing it lately with these live streams. What games do you play? I play a lot of games. Call of Duty. I recently started playing Friday the 13th again because I know the game is starting to shut down or going to be shutting down in 2024. I play Dead by Daylight. What else do I play? I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games, but yeah, those are the ones that come to my mind right away. Red Dead Redemption Online 2 has been one I've been playing a lot lately. We have a lot to talk about, I guess. Yeah, I suppose we do. Does Church ever just eat random things? My cat loves to just eat random things. My Church does not. He's actually a pretty picky eater. I've actually thrown him a few pieces of food before, and he would sniff it and just walk away. He's pretty picky. Yeah. Hey, thank you guys for making it to the live stream. More people are hopping on in. How are you doing today? So far, almost 100 views on the live stream. Not bad, guys. I have played Minecraft. Me and Brandon will start playing Minecraft, guys, on the second channel if you guys want to head over there and subscribe to it. He actually wants to play Minecraft on a live stream at some point. Might not do it, anytime soon, because last night it took a lot out of him. He was up for, 8 hours with me playing last night, so he might not play tonight or tomorrow, but I'll let you know when he decides he wants to go live again with me. And I gotta figure out a better setup, because right now my setup, I'm not really proud of it. I literally had to call him through Facebook Messenger to have you guys even hear his voice. I really gotta figure out a better way to do it. I'm pretty sure that stream Latex is referring to is my first time joining those streams. I remember that time when you tried talking about a ghost story and we noticed the plot of the house it was in looked like a face. Oh, yeah, there's a fruit fly right here. 1 second. Come here, mother. There's a fruit fly in my room. He's gonna die. 29 likes, hell yeah. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the love. I'm gonna kill this fucking fruit fly really quick. He's not coming in, though. He's not coming closer. He might be an empath. He might sense my hostility. Those were good days. I do actually miss the way I would film those live streams. We had a lot of fun filming those. It's nostalgic. It's a bit nostalgic, especially the background, the way everything looked. It really added a lot. I wish I could recreate that with the background I have right now, but I can't at the moment. Unfortunately, it's just a space I have. But that would be awesome. It's only been a year? That is crazy. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's been about a little over a year now. Yeah, I dyed my hair blonde. Yeah, that was for if we hit a certain amount of subscribers, I dye my hair. Like I think I said, if I get 100,000 subscribers, I will get a tattoo, which I might still do. I might actually do that. Did they do a better job with the Chucky doll in the movie than they did with Annabelle? Did they do a better job with Chucky the doll in the movies than they did with Annabelle? I would say Chucky was more of a unique look than Annabelle, in a sense. Maybe, no, I wouldn't say that, because Annabelle was a unique look when it comes to the movies. The Raggedy Ann doll, if they went with the Raggedy Ann, then I would have said Chucky, but the Annabelle doll they came up with, I mean, I'm going to say I like Chucky's design more than Annabelle, by far, but Annabelle was a really good design. But I'm going to go with Chucky, yeah, I think Chucky's design in some of the movies is a lot better. Or are you talking about, like, the character of Annabelle and Chucky? If we're going to talk characters, I'm going to say Chucky's by far more memorable. But, yeah, they did fine with what they had to do with Annabelle. But Annabelle also had, was also based on a real story and true events. So they couldn't, like, go all the way, like, have her pick up a knife and running around in the house and stuff and stabbing people. No, they couldn't have had her do that. Chucky was open to, be more of a character. And I had a phone. Yeah, now I don't have a phone. I do, but it's broken. Annabelle's design was 110% amplified for Hollywood, though. True, true. How much did the Chucky doll cost in the back? You don't have to say how much it was. Actually, it was sent to me. A subscriber by the name of Nicole actually sent me that Chucky doll, and it's been in the background ever since. But I think the doll actually is probably really close to like $80 from like SpiritHalloween.com. Yeah, I don't think it was. It was pretty penny. But I mean, you could look it up. I mean, the reason why I said it is because people will probably look it up. Hannah Ray, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Glad you can make it to the live stream. Hell yeah, hell yeah. How's your night going? It does talk. Yeah, it says like famous Chucky quotes. Enjoying Guinness and chilling tonight. Ooh, well, that's kind of fun. I wish I had a drink. I actually should go get some drinks. That's actually not a bad idea. A gaming live stream, Jordan gets drunk? No way. What if it fell and talked while you were outside the room? It would probably be haunted. Or it's malfunctioning because it took a hit. Spirit Halloween has some great stuff. They really do, but then they also have some really shitty looking stuff. Like, they really want a lot of money for something that really doesn't look too much like the character. Yeah, there's a lot of those moments where I'm, like, walking in Spirit Halloween, and I'm like, that doesn't really look like the character, and I look at the price tag, and it's, like, $40 to $50. I did get drunk on a live stream once. Yeah, not drunk. I got buzzed on a live stream. Yeah, I didn't get drunk. Can you give us a demo of the Chucky doll, then? I would. But unfortunately, well, Um, you know what? I would, but were you ever a fan of WWE? I really did not get too much into it. I thought about watching some, but I'm not sure how many people around here would actually be into me watching and reacting to WWE. I would, but that it's kind of like there's things piled up on and like clunched next to each other. So if I move it, some of the things might fall over and stuff, and then it's kind of like I have to get up and fix everything and put it back together. So I'll do that. I'll go through everything at some point, probably in like a members exclusive video or something along those lines. But it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to have everything back there. But that's the way I have to have it if I want to display a lot of stuff. $30 likes on the live stream. Good job, guys. Thank you so much. My wolf spirit guide despises clowns, Chucky dolls, laugh my ass off. Oh, man. Well, they wouldn't like my room. If you think that shit is creepy behind me, that corner over there, that corner is loaded but with nothing but antique and old clowns. I swear to God. And the reason why I have them over there is, for one, I like clowns. I know a lot of people don't like clowns. I like clowns. I grew up in Stanwood, Washington. I used to be afraid of clowns, but then I went to a restaurant every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we would go to this restaurant, or we went to this restaurant quite often, but I went to this restaurant every Tuesday, and they would have an older couple who would dress up like clowns. And when I say they dressed up like clowns, I'm not talking like, a small red dot on the nose, some blush around the cheeks. I'm talking like they would deck out. They would have the neck things, with the scrunches that went around their necks or whatever they're called. They'd have around their hands. They would have the full getup, the whole like killer clowns from outer space, baggy clothes with like different colors and stuff. Their face would have like all white, black around the eyes, red around the lips and stuff. They would go all out with their costumes. These were full on like circus clowns, and they would make balloons for everybody. And it took a while. It took a while for me to at least build up the courage to walk over there and ask for my own balloon. I'd normally have my parents do it. And then one day, my mom, my dad or mom grabbed me by the hand and actually walked me over to them, and my mom had a conversation, and I slowly built up the courage to actually have a conversation with them and ask them for what balloon I wanted. And it was something that I just broke. I used to have a fear, I broke the fear, and now I love clowns because of that older couple. I don't know what their names were, or I wish I did. And I wish if they ever see this someday, maybe they're scrolling through YouTube and they see this someday, I want to say thank you because they broke my fear of clowns. I actually did it. Yeah, I was scared of clowns at one point in my life, but they kind of broke it. They were just nice people, just making balloons for kids. No, I can already hear him growling, but I think it is also whatever in your house he doesn't like. I don't mind clowns. I think they're funny. Wait, what'd you say? No, I can already hear him growling, but I think it's also whatever it's in your house he doesn't like. I don't mind clowns. Are you saying that there's something in my house that's growling at you guys right now? 32 likes. Oh my god. Never mind then. Another time. LOL. I know what you mean regarding everything. Cool doll though. Clowns. LOL. They did though. Pies and water. That's right. They're not that scary. Were you ever a fan of WWE? I'm making sure I'm caught up on my comments. I don't hear any growls. No, my spirit guide wolf is growling at some. Oh, okay. Dude, you scared me. I was like, what? What's in my room right now? But yeah, if you want to know why I'm not afraid of clowns, there you go. That is the reason why. The beer is kicking in. Lucky. I want a Smirnoff, man. I want some Smirnoff right now. I'd love a lime one. A lime wine cooler. Oh my god. Hannah can hear your spirit guide growling, and she thinks it's something in your house it doesn't like. Even scary clowns aren't that scary, but some are pretty awesome looking. I think some clowns are, yeah, really detailed, really colorful, really cool looking, yeah. If something was growling at me, though, through Jordan's stream, I would be leaving. How many of you guys went to go check out Peter Anthony's channel, by the way, after I left the link? Did any of you guys go over there and check it out? Leave him a subscription. Let him know that CARTS Arts sent you. He deserves it, man. Genuinely, this guy deserves it because he put a lot of work and time into that Friday the 13th fan film. And it stands as probably my first or second favorite Friday the 13th fan film. I think he did a phenomenal job. Ooh, idea. Leave some ghost equipment on during a future live stream. Remember the stories you mentioned, paranormal experiences in your house? It might be an idea. It might be something to do. Got to get that paranormal equipment first. Someday I will. Someday I will definitely make sure I do so. Yeah. You should give us a tour of all your antique collectibles sometime. I would love... I might actually, if I get a camera, which I'm hoping here soon I can get an actual camera. So, become channel members. Channel members or patrons, you know, the money goes towards the channel. I will get a camera at some point, a really good camera, so I can actually, you know, film something that looks really good, and I'll give you guys a tour of all the clowns over there, the clown collection, which that is something I've always wanted to do, is give you, like, all the clowns, not just a few of them, all of the clowns that I have, and, yeah. Is that when those clown sightings in Texas happened? Oh, yeah, you're talking about the year of 2017, where we had, like, a clown pandemic or something, like a clown-demic, where a lot of clowns were just starting to come out of the woodwork or something like that because of the new It movie. Yeah, the new It movie came out, and people were, I think It and Terrifier were big talks right at that point. And yeah, people were dressing up like clowns and scaring people. You could do a Twilight Zone scene when you go into something you really scary and go off camera for a second, come back with a scary monster mask and it growls at us. That could be an idea. Did you hear about what ended up happening to the submarine? I did, yeah. Yeah, I did a video. I did a video yesterday. Yeah, I heard about that. In 2016, to promote Stephen King's A Bunch of Clowns Dressed Up, yep, they were in the streets, but some people took it as an opportunity to commit terrible crimes as clowns, yep. There were some actual assholes amongst that group of people who were really just doing a lot of cruel and horrible pranks and really scaring and hurting people. Yeah. Which wasn't the intent of the promoting of this It movie. Just people were just crazy and assholes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of an understatement in some cases, yeah. Almost 2 hours now, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah, we're kicking a lot of ass tonight on tonight's live stream. Hey, welcome back, Dragonoon. Yeah, that was, that really freaked out about the clown craze, not knowing who was doing that. Yeah, just a bunch of random people. Just a bunch of kids. Wrinkles the Clown came out. Remember when that thing came out on, I think, Hulu? There's a lot of clown stuff happening. I thought it was awesome. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this is fucking amazing. You know, people are dressing like clowns. Clowns are coming back to the... to modern times, right? And, nope, well, some people kind of ruined it, but I thought it was kind of crazy cool. It was like, it was giving everybody to talk about something, right? It was giving us something to talk about. You see a clown last week? I saw one coming out of the cornfield when I was driving home from work. Freaked you out? Clown crazy? Yeah. Some dude in England dressed up as Batman and actually chased down a few of the clowns. That's fucking awesome. That is, I think I heard about that. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Justice. I love how the topic always subtly changes, yeah, in these streams. Yeah, it sort of does. That's kind of what these live streams are about, man. Yeah. There was a time when some dude would leave TVs on people's doorsteps in the middle of the night for no reason. Hell, I had even thought about dressing up either as Robin or Red Hood and patrolling my town with some few of the local clown sightings. Hell yeah, that'd been dope. Clowns are my worst fear. Yeah, there's people out there with clown phobias, and you know what? I get it. I do. There's something awfully odd about the way they look. I mean, compared to a normal person, they might look off a little bit like inhuman in a sense. So I get it. They're a little bit creepy, depending on what they're doing. But yeah, I've always loved them. Always have, always will. I'm a nerd. I got my hobbies. You know, some people collect ceramic cats. Some people collect ceramic dogs, right? And I collect ceramic clowns. Nothing weird about that. Alright guys, I think this is a good point probably to go ahead and end the live stream. We've been on for about 2 hours now. I went live earlier for 8 hours, so I'm a little bit burnt out on the live streams at the moment. But Victorian era clowns are really cool. Yeah, they are pretty cool. I think so too, yeah. But I think this is a good point to stop it. Again, we're almost to 18,000, so I will be going live if we hit 18,000 again. If we hit 18,000, I will go live again and talk to you guys about that as soon as it happens. So, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to film a couple videos, get those posted to the channel, and yeah, make sure you guys definitely stick around and definitely subscribe to that second channel because I will be doing more gaming stuff here soon. So until next time, guys, please do keep it retro. Do take care. Thank you for joining, Cheyenne. Hannah, thank you so much for joining. Mike, Kayleen, Peter, Anthony, thank you for joining. All of you guys, you're awesome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Keep it retro. Do take care. And yeah, that's it.